Hello there, folks. Welcome to another round of Modern. We have Emil Vasco on Grixis Archon Creativity versus Michael Madsen on Titan Shift. This is basically Amulet Titan, except it plays scapeshifts as well. Nothing too special going on here. Alright, Emil's deck, though. Emil's deck is sweet. So it's a hybrid creativity and reanimator deck. So he plays stuff like Tainted Indulgence in order to dump Archonic Cruelty into the yard so you can persist it. But he also still plays Indomitable Creativity in order to pop like crab tokens and stuff to just go into the Archon. And it's honestly a really cool deck. So he's going to turn one, fetch his Anders Lodge. Madsen is currently playing a Dryad.
Right, but I saw you playing earlier today.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to play an extra land.
I don't know.
Like last time he asked me if I was playing the same deck as last week. I was like, nope.
If he has one.
And that was, I don't know how.
Or he already did.
Whatever.
Yeah, because he went Forest Grazer, put Saga into play. I guess he just would play Boseiju pass. He might only have a bounce land on
Well,
him.
like there was like a
No real reason to play it then.
He put together for me.
Going to have a tap Steam Vents.
Good times. Float.
Saga's going to float a mana. It's going to pop. Going to go get an Amulet of Vigor. Interestingly, no expedition maps in the deck list today, which Madsen said he was not a fan of. He said it was somebody else's list. It's going to Summoner's Pact, going to go get a Primeval Titan. I believe that is the fall one, as Madsen's Titans are all altered for each season. Alright, first land drop Forest, second land drop Simic Grove Chamber, 3, 4, 5, 6, Titan. Boros Garrison Slayer Stronghold. You know the drill. Gotta give the Titan haste. Attack with the Dryad. That's 10 damage. Attack trigger on the Titan. Goes and gets Valakits. It's another 12. The Fabled turn. Well, I guess the Fabled one would be turn 2. 20 damage, but.
Give haste.
Yeah, I can see it.
And Emil's just gonna scoop it up, knowing that he is dead. So Madsen will take game 1 in that riveting 2-minute game, and we'll be right back in just a second with game 2. Alright, here we are at game 2. Emil is, I believe, fetching with a Wooded Foothills. Going to get a untapped Steam Vents. I'll say, Emil is one of my favorite types of players to have in the store. Ooh, there's a Hard Evidence. He plays a different deck every week, and I respect the hell out of that.
Is this a transformation?
Right, because, like, a lot of people play the same deck, which is perfectly fine, right? Like, they'll play the same deck every week. Meaning if I put them on camera, like, I know what they're going to play. Emil always has a different deck, and I'm here for it. However, sometimes it can be a little disappointing because, like, next week, you know, I kind of would be like, oh, let's put the Grixis Archon deck back on camera. But I know he's going to be playing something else. Using a Pokemon card as that crab token, using Spheal. Spheal's not quite a crab, but I respect it either way. Cavern Soul's named Beast. And then playing a Royal Grazer into an Ursa Saga. Quite a strong turn 1 play. There's an Air Mesa says go. So one of the ideas with the Scape Shift is that you can have amulets on the board, sack your lands, go into, and then go find like T West Simic Grove Chamber, depending on how many amulets you have in order to produce Titan mana. It's cute. I don't think Madsen, if I remember right, I don't think Madsen gets to do it in any of the games, but it's like, well, we'll see as we continue on in this game. There's a Tainted Indulgence from Emil. He's going to draw 2 cards and then discard a card because he definitely does not have 7 different CMC types of the graveyard yet. But Tainted Indulgence is a sick card. It's a really cool looting style effect that they made from the streets of New Capenna.
We should be doing that over here.
Alright, I'm going to fetch out a mountain here with the Wooded Foothills.
Fable?
I felt a yawn just coming to attack me. Had to stifle that. Alright, there's a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Chapter 1 ability is going to make a 2/2 Goblin Shaman. That Goblin Shaman is a $10 token now. Assuming it's not more. I recently saw a thumbnail video on YouTube. You know, because where else would you see a thumbnail of a video? And it was like, these tokens are crazy expensive. Check your bulk. And it's all pictured was Goblin Shaman. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Looking for? Come on. Also, super not what I'm looking for. Really getting punished for how my deck is built.
Alright, gonna float a mana here off of that Urza Saga.
Now I wish I'd kept the relic out.
Emil's gonna check out that nice altered Arboreal Grazy. Mapson's deck primarily is all altered. I think there's only maybe 6 or 7 cards that aren't. I know the Urza Sagas aren't altered yet. But as you saw in Game 1, that Summoner's Pact is altered to be the green Power Ranger, calling it a Megazord. And then extended art on the Amulet of Vigor. I forgot the name of that card there. There's 2 more amulets. You know how bad it is for me to forget the name of Amulet Vigor? I play Titan. Alright, there are, in fact, 3 amulets on the board. So if Mapson draws either Scapeshift or Bounce Land, whichever piece I'm assuming he's missing, he can, whatchamacallit, play Scapeshift, or play the Bounce Land, make 6 mana, play Scapeshift floating 2, sack the lands in play, go get T-West Simic Growth Chamber, make 9 mana off of that, pick up the T-West, transmute it, go get Pack, go get Titan, which is a really cool and interesting playline. Not the thing I thought he was doing with Scapeshift when he told me he was playing Scapeshift in his deck. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm playing Scapeshift. I was like, oh okay, like Titan Shift? He was like, kinda. And I was like, oh, interesting. There's an Indomitable Creativity for X = 1. Emil's going to sacrifice one of his tokens here. I'm assuming that O3 Crab. So I think it might... there's an argument to hit the Clue token too. Though I don't know how much... the card draw versus the O3. So we're going to wheel. Imagine the only creature in that deck is Archon of Cruelty.
Sure. Yeah.
Indomitable Creativity. It looks like such a fun deck to play.
Very uninteresting.
Resolving Archon triggers is just very fun. Speaking of Archon trigger, if you don't know what it does when it enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent discards a card, loses 3 life, sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, and you draw a card and gain 3 life, while having a 6/6 flyer on the board. What I recently found out about that card is that it sacrifices planeswalkers. I did not know that. I always thought it was a creature.
Can I get a bounce land? Should I fit that? I should have kept that. Discard bounce land? Not a bounce land.
Alright, that Saga's going to go to 2. There's a Duress in Emil's hand. I wonder how many Teleria West the deck plays. Because if the idea is that you can Scapeshift into them, do you play the 3rd copy? I can't imagine you play a 3rd copy of Teleria West. 2 has to be the number. You can chain, because you can only chain Titan into Titan then. You can't chain multiple Titans together. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to attack in here, so it's going to be 2, 8, 11 total damage.
So dumb. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, Mapson should go to 4?
You're at 12.
Yeah, alright. Early morning math, let's go. I think Emil also gets to make a treasure token there, because that Shaman is very good.
You have 2 cards in hand.
Correct.
I will duress you.
Is going to Duress Mapson. Has an Archon in hand. I imagine there's 2 more left in the deck. Emil can just Indomitable Creativity here. for two more Archons. Because 1, 2, 3, and 2 treasures, yeah.
I shouldn't have even showed you actually.
Because you can sack the Clue and the Shaman. The Maps is going to scoop it up anyways. Emil will take game 2, and we'll be right back with game 3 in like, I don't know, 5 seconds? Shorter than 5 seconds. Both players here are on a mull to 6. See them resolving their mulligan. That is a Sun Home into an Amulet of Vigor. Sun Home, if you don't know, is the one that allows, or that applies double strike to a creature for red, white, and 2 generic. Part of the turn 2 kill.
Here comes the crab.
Emil's going to fetch and shock here. Potentially play a hard evidence. Gonna make a crab and a Clue token. Recently, we were talking about the best cards in Modern Horizons 2, and honestly, I feel like hard evidence is pretty good for a common. It's a pretty good card.
1, 3.
Alright, there's 3 mana. Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Giant.
Cavern of Souls. Naming probably Giant. Plays a Scalding Tarn, passes the turn.
I have regrets. Make 2 mana.
Gonna put a Selesnya Sanctuary into play. Producing 2 mana. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee while Mapson thinks about what he's doing here. That coffee tastes a little strange, not going to lie to you. Alright, there's an Arboreal Gracer. So he's going to go from 1 white, or from 1 green, 1 white floating down to 1 white. Going to put the Celestial Sanctuary back into play. So now he has 3 mana floating in the pool. Picks up the Sun Home, tapping in for mana. So we have 4 in the pool.
4. Did I do that right?
You have, okay, so
I confused myself, sorry. I started thinking about different things.
So he currently has 5 mana. He has to play the Sun Home as his land, and then he can produce mana, or produce enough mana to cast Titan.
You started Sun Home in play. You played Celestia Sanctuary.
I think you could potentially hear me in the background going over how much mana Mapson has.
Yeah, I see where I went wrong. Okay, whatever. Summoner's Pact? Play the Titan.
Right. Pax gets the Winter Titan this time around.
Right, because, sorry, I like, had an idea, and then I decided midway through that my idea was bad, so I switched what I was doing. I threw myself off.
I made a mistake there, because I had a rock ghost charm. I should just clear.
Get these. Untap. Give haste.
Alright, Boris Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. Give that Titan haste. Bounce trigger's going to pick up the Sun Home.
Go to combat.
Going to attack in here with both the Dryad and the Primeval Titan. Titan trigger's going to go get Valakut plus something. Potentially 2 Valakutes.
Wow, I just like missed lethal like a dummy. Because I threw myself off.
That takes a long enough time that I might get
Cool. 2 Valakuts. Oh. I feel like 2 Valakuts are the right call, but... Alright, gets a Valakut Forest.
6s. Well, so I've got the 2 Valka triggers. I'm going to send one there and one at you.
3 damage going towards the crab token, and then the remaining 3 going to Emil.
Because 8 2.
I blocked that. Or you
Going to
didn't
take
make 4
10
blocks.
damage
So
there,
this
putting him to
happens
4.
Like
Yeah,
during
yeah, yeah.
entire attacks.
Yeah.
So you took the 3 to 14.
It's like an inverse of the last game. Be at a chunk, take 3, then go to 4.
Yeah, I needed to draw Falsies again.
And Emil's going to scoop it up. Maps is going to take it 2-1 with Amulet Titan / Titan Shift over Grixis Creativity Archon. Thank you for watching, folks, and have a great rest of your day.
I could have made 7 mana and held up Veil of Summer, and then I was like, that deck doesn't typically play counter spells.
Yeah.